For a long time, my independence was the thing that was keeping me painfully lonely. My boyfriend and I just had an exchange, and we get a lot that we have a great relationship from what people see, and they want to know how to find a relationship like that or a partner like that. So I thought I'd share a process that I just went through in my head. So my boyfriend's leaving the room. He's leaving me, and he goes, do you want your glasses? Well, no, I didn't want my glasses and I didn't need my glasses, but my brain goes, he wants to do something for you. Let him get your glasses for you. I didn't need my glasses. I didn't want my glasses, but I recognized it was a bid. It was a bid for affection. It was a bid for connection and something he needed. He needed to feel useful. I can get my own glasses. I can get my own money. I can get a lot of things, but I don't have to. I imagine if over time he kept asking me if I wanted this thing or if I needed this thing, and I said, no, I got it, or I can do it myself, that he would eventually stop asking, and then I would feel very underappreciated and alone.
You can't ask a man to lead and then fight him for the steering wheel every time he makes a turn. Ladies, some of y'all don't want a leader. You want a man that follows your directions. You say you want a masculine man, a decisive man, a man that takes initiative, but the second he makes a decision that you wouldn't have made, now you're irritated. Now it's, why would you do that? I would have did it this way. You should have asked me first. And after a while, he stops leading. Not because he can't, because every decision turns into a debate. Let's be honest. Some women say they want a man to take charge, but only if he's taking charge exactly how they would have done it. That's not leadership. That's control. And then years later, you frustrated. You feel like you're carrying everything, making all the decisions, planning everything, but nobody talks about how sometimes a man stops leading because every time he tried, he got corrected. Now, before y'all start, I'm not talking about following a man into foolishness. A man should have vision. He should be wise. He should be accountable. But if he's a good man and his heart is in the right place, every decision doesn't need a committee meeting because a lot of women are praying for a leader while making leadership impossible. And those two things cannot exist at the same time.
No matter what you're going through, the solution is always the same. You have to be charismatic. You have to make money. You have to be in shape. You have to get closer to God. It doesn't matter who's in office. It doesn't matter who your mom's is. It doesn't matter what country you in. The solution is the exact same. If you ever catch yourself wondering, how am I going to get out of this situation? How am I going to do this? Focus on improving these areas and your life will significantly get better, whether that's through solutions or allowing you to cope with the stressor better. 100% guaranteed.
Marriage is not for most men these days because divorce is scary. You lose everything as a man. Women win at the end of that situation. Child support, alimony, lost your house, lost your car, money gone. Now you couch surfing over your friend house, your mama house, your daddy house, whoever allow your ass to come and sleep over there. Now you trying to bounce the back because a real man is not going to kick the kids and the woman out that house. Over time, that separate house living, when y'all been dating, it started to one house over time, over a few years of y'all dating now. Now y'all got one separate house and y'all done invested all that into that one house. And a real man just ain't gonna say, nah, I'm finna put her out of a 5-bedroom house and you stay there by yourself. No, he gonna get his shit and get the on. And I don't think a lot of men understand how hard it is to start over with just your clothes, nothing in your account, barely, no car, and you just couch surfing, barely finding a way to get back and forth to work. I don't think a lot of men understand how hard that is to do after you in your late 30s or your early 30s or in your late 40s or your late 50s or you later in that age. In your 20s, you might can get away with that because you got enough oomph to still get out here and go get it. But in your late 30s, it's a whole lot of what the So that's why a lot of men be like, yeah, it's cheaper to keep her because if I go through that map right there, I'm gonna be out here up. I gotta find an escape route first before I go out here and just say, nah, I'm good with you. And I know I done invested all these years into your and I ain't got no bounce back plan to even put back for myself because all my bill money and all my regular check money going straight off into the house and I don't have no extra money to put aside for an escape route. But women think logically smarter than men because women pinch here, pinch there, pinch from there, and pinch from where to put aside to get on later and later on in life when it's not going right for them. That's just my opinion. It's just, man, that's why women built a little different than men when it come down to their escape plan when they're in the marriage. Just my opinion.
Relax. Before anybody gets their a twist, let me make something very clear. When I said go out of the country to find a traditional woman, I was not saying that all women in the US or the West are bad. That is not what I said, and that is not what I meant. So watch yourself. I was born, raised right here in Southern California. This is home to me, and I'm a traditional woman with traditional values, and I live a traditional marriage. And I love it. It's peaceful, it's passionate, and it works beautifully. Now, are there women like me here in the States? Yes, but they are few and far between. You can find one, totally. It's just more rare here. If you want to know where those values still live and breathe, go to Texas, where loyalty, faith, and family still mean everything. Head to Tennessee or Georgia, where women are raised with respect and men still open your doors. You can also look at Utah or Idaho, where marriage, motherhood, and morality are still sacred. Even parts of the Midwest, like Nebraska, Oklahoma, Ohio, you will find a woman who takes pride in their homes, their husbands, and their femininity. The point wasn't just to necessarily leave the country or give up on Western women. The point was go where traditional values are still alive. Because let's be honest, modern culture has made too many women competitive instead of cooperative, and extremely guarded instead of graceful. But if a woman values respect, family, and feminine energy, she can thrive anywhere, even here. It's about mindset, not necessarily just the location. So before you twist my words, understand this. I'm not bashing women. I'm reminding everybody that traditional femininity still exists. It's just harder to find here. But when you do find it, it's gold, and you are never going to let it go.
Good afternoon. So it's been brought to my attention that a lot of you don't know that y'all are simps. I could tell by the way that y'all are writing so many paragraphs in my comments. I'm not reading that SSN, not Social Security, super simp. Yeah, that's y'all. But I'm gonna get into it a little bit. I'm gonna make y'all day a little bit worse to show y'all why the you the game up. It's like, oh, I'm a simp because I want to fill up a girl's fridge I like. Yeah, nigga, you're a simp. I'm gonna tell you why. That same girl whose fridge you trying to fill up just had her mouth filled up with. And to make matters even worse, stupid dumb, the that filled her mouth up with didn't fill up her fridge, didn't fill her passport up with some stamps, didn't even fill her stomach up with some food. He filled her mouth up with $87, $89, $93 worth of. That's gas if y'all ain't know. Yeah, the same. Y'all make 2s and 3s feel like they 10s, and y'all make whores feel like they're pure when y'all do that stupid. These out here for free, and here you come along trying to make feel higher than what they are. I want to fill up fridges when really y'all filling up egos for real. Just be whack, and then they come around real with all that. Oh, I just with that dude. We seen the T app. No, you don't. You got doodle stains in their pants. We seen all them dirt y'all was posting. Cut this. You don't know that y'all are simps because y'all don't got friends around. Y'all was raised by single mothers. Y'all don't have no riz. Y'all don't know how to talk. Y'all don't play for the Memphis Grizzlies. Look at you trying to fill up her fridge, and the probably never gonna link you. She using you because she's giving a she like puss for free. Stupid. And that's why y'all sit always end up on the news for choking the out because you spend all this money on her and she don't give you no puss and y'all be tight. That's why y'all be up here getting choked the out. Have a blessed day, dry empty wallet.
So this lady on social media says either you're going to be a husband or you're going to be a trick, right? And in my mind, I'm like, okay, then either you going to be a wife or you going to be feel me? You don't get no pass. You mean? What do you mean? What do that make you? Call it a trick and he giving you money and you look at him like a trick. You always want to holler, it's tricks. You going to trick. Do you know the etiquette of what a trick contributes to? A whore. You is the problem. Because y'all sit up here and talk about what ain't no good men out here and blah, 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 blah. Because y'all always trying to put a man in the category of a trick. That's why it ain't none out here. But the truth needs to be said to you. You feel me? Because y'all got the game up. She's too gamed up, laced up for you. Could never sit in the same other space as me because your mental Rolodex don't work correctly. Y'all not intellectually grasping the concept of what the y'all be talking about. Y'all just be talking.
I'm not gonna hold you. Having a homegirl will literally make you never trust a again. Like the that they be telling me, they be letting me know they doing. They be having boyfriends and be calling me like, friend, is it wrong if do you think what? What do you mean, yo? At home, he just made you mad, so you finna go get crushed. And these be thinking, oh, it's your past relationships. It don't got nothing to do with my ex. Yes, my ex wasn't. But have you met my homegirl? That ain't shitter. On top of that, I'm so scared of being used. My homegirls be having like 5 different sending them money, selling these dreams. And these ain't never crushed. Some of them ain't never even linked. So the answer is no, I don't trust you. And no, I don't believe shit you say. And no, I cannot send you money for lunch. It ain't got nothing to do with my ex. It got everything to do with my homegirls. These was sent from.
And there was a woman talking about, and this is what I talk about when I say we need more common sense, or maybe not common sense, but critical thinking. Because modern women, she was saying, you know, he was walking out of the room. A man was walking out of the room and he said, "Do you want your glasses?" I was like, "I don't really need my glasses." Right. But, you know, me stepping back and thinking, oh, this is him trying to connect with me. I went on ahead and said, yeah, I could use my glasses, even though I could have done it myself. So I give him a chance to shine and be of some sort of service to me. Whereas I could have just, I can do, you know, the Miley Cyrus song, I can buy myself flowers and stuff like that. Create connection, because now he says, oh, okay, I can go get your glasses. Hey, I'm going downstairs. Are you thirsty? You want some water? And you actually want some water? Yeah, I'll take some water. Oh, and I bought you a little snack as well in case you get hungry. I might not even been hungry, but you know, thank you, babe. And then I'll be hungry in like 2 or 3 minutes. You know what? I could use that snack now. So you see how you open the door to a lot of things just by, you know, stepping back, getting out of yourself and thinking about the other person.
A man talk about something, I don't need a woman, I don't need this. But this is what he's left with when I'm gone. When it's time for me to pack it up, this is what he's left with. This is what he's left with, guys. But a man think he all this because he pays all the bills. This is what he's left with. This is what he's left with, guys. Decorations going out of the bathroom, empty bathroom. This is what he's left with. I'm gonna show you all of his things. This is all my things. I'm about to pack all this up too. This is what he's left with, guys. This is what he's left with. This is all his stuff. This is his whole life.
So let me be honest with you. As a man, I don't need much. I look around my home now. My wife designed and decorated all this stuff in here. All I need is my television, my bed, some clothes, man, and a recliner, and a couch where I can kick my feet up. I could care less about all this decoration. You know me.
I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I have given him so many chances, and he just keeps screwing it up. You're giving him chances to do what exactly? To prove himself. I have been so clear and direct in telling him what I need from him. And even when I threaten to leave the relationship if he doesn't get his act together, he always says he's going to change and step up, and then I give him another chance, and then he doesn't do it. Just to be clear, he isn't crossing boundaries like mistreating you or cheating on you. You're threatening to leave the relationship because he isn't meeting your expectations and because he isn't proving himself to be worthy of you. I mean, yeah. Well, it doesn't sound like you're giving him chances. It sounds like you're punishing him with your absence every time he disappoints you when he's not acting in the way that you want or being who you want him to be. Don't get me wrong, it's perfectly fine to leave a relationship because you don't like the way someone's showing up. But make sure you're also auditing and taking accountability for the way you're showing up. Because giving him chances to prove himself says that you already feel like he's not enough. So then why are you in a relationship with someone that you don't value? Why make someone prove themselves to you? I don't know. Maybe I should read the caption.
Ooh, this is good. This is good. What attachment style do we think this is? Loud disorganized attachment relies on their partner to be very secure, very perfect, and to be consistent with the image that they had of that person from early on in the relationship. And as soon as things start to change, the loud disorganized person feels very unstable. They actually lose their ability to control themselves, and they try to control the other person and change them by lashing out, criticizing, and threatening to leave the relationship. None of this is healthy, and it doesn't get them what they want. Unfortunately, it ends up scaring people. It ends up making the other person feel fear and like they can't be themselves. They can't be the version of themselves that they know they can be because they're walking on eggshells and like they're being evaluated. A person who does this feels internally like they're not good enough. And if their partner would just do these things and be a certain way, then maybe they would actually be good enough internally. It is only worth salvaging a relationship like this when the loud disorganized person is willing to work on their behaviors of using threats emotional manipulation and attacks to leverage what they want from you. If they're willing to work on those things, then the relationship is salvageable.
Me and my ex broke up because he refused to go to therapy, and I just ran into him at the pet store, and he had a new girlfriend, and he seems to be doing well. It kind of tripped me out a little bit because he asked me to go for coffee, and I'm like, you have a whole new girlfriend. If we go out for coffee, it's gonna end in destruction. But for some reason, I ended up saying yes. So we went out for coffee, and it didn't end how I thought it would end. I thought that I was gonna be the mature one, the one with like the self-respect and everything. No. We started talking and he sounds so mature and like he sounds like he's really changed, and he was talking to me about his girl, how much he loves his girl, and basically telling me all the he couldn't do for me that he was doing for her. Communication skills were up there, the respect was up there, so much so that I got close to him in attempts to like him to kiss me, and he didn't. Like, he didn't even try to. We literally went for coffee, had a conversation, he righted his wrongs, he apologized for some, I apologized for some, and then we went on with our days.
Well, love, unfortunately, the problem was you. Sometimes we bring out the worst instead of the best out of a person's character. For example, that man might have been more of an aggressive personality type. So instead of bringing the best out of that man, you might have challenged them in ways that were detrimental to the relationship. Yes, ladies, challenging your man is not always a good thing. In most cases, it's bad. Think of it like this: a sweet person who's kind, soft, submissive, they work well with strong men. And even when he may be wrong, because you're so soft and sweet, that man will want to reevaluate his own decisions to make sure he's thinking of you. But what happens when you have a girl who's abrasive, challenging him? He could be wrong, but you have to be sweet about it, because if that man sees you as a opposition, he will start to become aggressive with you. And ladies, unfortunately, you being the aggressor or having a dominant personality will go against most relationships you can ever have with men, unless that man is submissive and very docile. So all in all, you were the problem, because that woman that he's with now brings out the best, not the worst. It's so easy, even a caveman can do it.
And what I found is, even if a woman presents herself as dominant, she wants her man to lead. And so, what I would encourage you to do is don't let her appearance of dominance intimidate you. When we feel unsafe, when we feel fear, we're all seeking control just to protect ourselves. So you could find a woman who starts off soft. You could be a guy who you've done therapy and wow, you're so in touch with your emotions. But now you just lost someone that you love, and the grief is causing you to do things that you've never seen yourself do before. She just lost her job. She's feeling insecure like crazy. She's experiencing all types of emotions. So there's seasons where she may be soft now, then all of a sudden things are just causing her to feel like she has to regain control. Here's a moment of intimacy for you and your spouse. And everybody in the room, if you're dating, you can also ask these cool kind of questions. What are you afraid of? What's making you anxious? What are you anticipating? And go back to what I said, affirm her. Find out what she's afraid of. Find out her fears, her insecurities, her anxieties, her inferiorities. Where does she not feel like she measures up? Whatever you can, find that out and just speak to that. Speak to that, because leadership is not always what you do in deed, but it's in how you speak life over.
How are you looking at me like that? Is this too inappropriate to work to the gym?
Man, you look hot as fuck.
Thought you were judging me.
Why on earth would I judge you?
Because there's like controversy right now about what women can wear to the gym.
This is maxing. But like, does it make me look inappropriate? She's asking that because she knows that this outfit makes her look like a whore.
Oh my god, the way it brings out your shoulders though.
Yeah, the shoulders. That's why she's wearing this. I'm sure that's all Tyrone is looking at, is your girl's shoulders.
I'm starting to feel uncomfortable wearing certain things to the gym because I feel like people are judging me and like staring.
They're just creeps, Ariel. Who's the weird one? The guy looking at you working out or the girl working out?
The weird one is the one dressed as legally naked as possible to a public facility. She wants this attention from all the other random men in the gym because you're not enough for her, brother. She does not respect you. She's using you because, like an entitled, spoiled adult child, she can do whatever she wants because you're gonna permit it. Makes your shoulders look good. That is so tough.
Just cringe.
You just cringe?
Okay, come on. What's more cringe though? Like the fact that you have kids and you are a star. I mean, isn't that
How
more
do you
cringe?
not have kids?
But hey, listen, we're all trying to make a living. We're all struggling to make ends meet. I'm not gonna fault you on that. But you know, yeah, I do some cringe stuff on the internet. But at least I literally don't let men, on me for,
I don't really have any response.
Okay.
Like, he's entitled to whatever opinions that he has.
How do you explain that to a 9-year-old?
We sometimes are looking on my phone, Instagram or whatever, and maybe like a Britney Spears pops up dancing all crazy and showing her whatever. And my daughter says something like, oh, wow, that's crazy. That's, or the girls on TikTok bouncing up and down, making faces, whatever. So I just explained to her that what I do for work is much worse than that. And that at some point she will have a problem with what I do, and that I don't promote what I do for work, because it is very degrading, very demeaning. And I would never encourage young women to do what I do for work.
Like, y'all don't want these ain't. Because if you got a dude that's on something, you got to be on something. But you ain't But you ain't shit. Okay, all right. Let me ask you a question, baby. Let me ask you a question. Why do women call the dude that is the good guy a lame?
Why do y'all be thinking
Yeah, y'all
just because you ain't got no mic, so you can't answer. I'm gonna answer for you. Just because a dude appears to be, a decent human being, you're not cheating, you're not putting your hands on people and all that don't make you a good guy. You can still be a piece of shit. You can be
Mental
a quiet piece of shit. No, that is.
And I think there was a segment where the man was saying, even if a woman appears dominant, she still wants the man to lead. Well, that's what men know that. Men know it. Number one, because, modern women are telling them what I want a man to lead, even if I'm a strong, independent woman. Number two, men can observe that. They can observe that a woman is struggling and she actually needs help. Men actually know the signs of distress, but men also know boundaries. So if you're telling me you don't want any help, even though I see you struggling, I'm gonna let you do it. Unless the thing is absolutely crushing you to the point of death, I'm going to let you struggle because that's what you told me to do. Modern women, and this is what I'm saying, you have to start taking accountability. Modern women have talked too much. And they're going to talk too much in a relationship. And it's going to screw them. And it's screwing them right now. I'm dominant, but I really want a man. I want a double, triple, super, quadruple alpha. No, you need somebody that's going to come in, be a normal, regular, average, everyday person. And you need to be quiet and listen.
Boyfriend broke up with me because I forgot to send him his daily allowance for his soft guy era of $5,000. I only sent him $2,000 and he told me that it was giving broke and he deserves so much more. Last week, I got him a new Lexus and he told me that kings don't drive Lexuses, that he was expecting a Mercedes-Benz S-Class and that it wasn't good enough because he knows his worth. And of course, I don't love him enough if I don't understand that. Last night, I tried to plan a date to Bonefish Grill, but he told me only Capital Grill, so he made me pay for an Uber to take him home because he absolutely refused to be there with me. He told me he only deserves the best because his mom always gave him the best, and he deserves Prince treatment all of the time. I planned a trip to Hawaii, but he expected first class and a trip to Hong Kong and Bora Bora. And because I didn't come through, he told me that I wasn't good enough and that if I really loved him, I'd spend more money on him. The other reason he said he broke up with me is because I only sent him $100 for his maintenance when really it was $500. And he told me that I'm so broke because I can't afford his basic maintenance and that he's a king and he needs to be well maintained if I want to date him. The other reason he broke up with me is because after working 16 hours a day, I didn't have food cooked and on the table for him like a couple nights ago. And he told me if I wanted to, I would. And that I just didn't give a shit about him because I didn't have it ready. Obviously, I didn't love him bad enough. And that's my bad. I should have known better. Okay, bye.
If a woman makes false allegations in a silver bullet divorce and her husband commits and they find out she lied, she should be convicted to the fullest. And a lot of you might not agree with that. But if you've never dealt with false allegations in a divorce, you have no idea what it does to you. He loses his home, his kids, all of his money, his career, his reputation, everything overnight. That would drive anybody to commit. And on top of that, the brain damage, the nervous system collapse, the trauma, the PTSD, and the CPTSD, because this goes on for years. Her lies drove him to no longer wanting to live. And before all you ladies go crazy, currently in Australia, Scotland, and England, they're starting to convict male abusers who abuse their victims with coercive control, and their victims commit. It's never been done before. Because usually people look at it as an independent decision. But now the courts are starting to look and see that people can be driven to commit. Now they're just doing it for women, and I support that. Because what's going to end up happening is they're going to start looking at men, because the rates for men are astronomical. And honestly, if they start convicting, it's going to stop all this. It's going to save a lot of men's lives. And if you're a man struggling with this right now, you need some help, you can book a session with me. I've got a book called Unmasking the, which helps you deal with female predators in divorce, heal, and detach. And then also a free ebook for men who are struggling with called Don't Die Tonight. It's all in the link in the bio.
Do you think all the money that I'm making goes back to
It doesn't go towards bills because that's what I do every month.
It doesn't go towards bills. That's
so what
true.
does it go to?
If I had the money,
what does it go towards to, Ginger?
The point was,
put it on the video what it goes towards to. What does it go towards to?
I'm putting on the video. It goes towards what the girls need.
Like what? I bought their clothes. I bought the
You
food.
don't buy their clothes. You don't buy all that
What
stuff.
do you buy?
Things, and I buy food too. And
Yes, for you.
How much money have I made from Poshmark so far?
And how much have you put towards our house?
I put a lot of it towards the house.
Ginger, it's
majority of it.
$7,000 a month. How much you put towards
The
the house?
majority of it I put.
How much you put towards
the majority
our
of it I put towards the house.
Doing
Robert.
what?
Doing what I'm doing.
What? You buy more clothes.
25 years married to a woman where you were 100% of the sole provider. I believe that she's also had some medical issues throughout her life. She talked of autoimmune disease, lupus. I believe she's also had cancer. She's been rendered unable to work. Now she has an at-home business. Sounds like Poshmark, where you can sell like old clothes and stuff like that. But they have real life things to pay for, real life expenses. Sounds like they at least have one child, and that child's schooling is currently at $7,000 per month. Just put yourself in this man's shoes just for a minute. Indulge me. You wake up each and every day. You go out into the real world. You break your back to keep a roof over everybody's head. And all you are asking for is for her to meet you halfway. Not with the finances, because he's already proven throughout his life that he's got that, but meet him halfway from a cooperation perspective.
So before you, what did I do?
I don't know, Ginger. What did you do? Because that's all I do every day, 24/7. I keep this house running. It's a 24/7 job.
And thank you very much for doing that. But
Really?
I don't contribute at all.
Let's take it to her TikTok, because we can actually find a little bit more information. It's almost like, I don't know if she created this profile to just expose him. So we'll see here. I have survived 25 years of being in a relationship with a man who physically, emotionally, verbally, and financially abused me. I called 911. Oh no, she didn't. I called 911 and the police officer said he admitted to physically fighting with me over the, you made so many mistakes here. To physically fight with me over the car keys, but he had no right to fight me over the community property, and arrested him. Oh no, Unc! Do not hit them back, because more often than not, if you hit them, you're going to jail, irrespective of the struggle that was in it, right? My G's, listen to me. Never sacrifice your sanity to someone else just so that they can be lazy, ungrateful, or entitled. Feel entitled to your contributions and your.
As soon as she lies on you and makes false allegations in divorce, stop protecting her. Start protecting yourself. I have so many guys that come to me and go, what do I do? She's putting false allegations on me. She's making things difficult. She's holding things up. She continuously does this, this, and this. I always ask them, well, do you have evidence that she's or that she's done anything? 9 times out of 10, they do. And this isn't legal advice. Talk to your lawyer. But you got to submit that. If that woman sitting across the room is lying about you, trying to take your kids, take your money, take your livelihood, take everything, and you have evidence that shows that she's not the woman she portrays to be, you have to protect yourself. You have to submit that. Like I said, this isn't legal advice. Talk to your lawyer. But you have to stop protecting the woman that you married, because that's not the woman you married. That's a demon. That's a trauma bond. You're addicted to her. You don't love her. It's an addiction. If this is you, go to the link in my bio. Book a session. I've got 2 open tomorrow, and one could be yours.
A submissive woman actually controls the man, and the internet has turned submission into something weak, when in reality, it's one of the most powerful dynamics in a relationship. See, submission isn't about a woman having no voice or no intelligence or no influence. It's about understanding how influence actually works. Smart women understand something that many men don't notice until it's too late. A man's direction is often shaped by the environment that's around him. The woman that he respects can calm him down when his emotions are high. She can encourage him when he's doubting himself. She can quietly guide his thinking without ever having to fight him for authority. That's real power. Because a man who feels respected will move mountains for the woman who gives him that feeling. He'll work harder, he'll protect more, he'll become more disciplined. But the influence didn't come from control or conflict. It came from how she positioned herself in the relationship. That's why some women can completely stabilize a man's entire life without ever raising her voice or trying to compete with him. And you'll see it in real life all the time. A man who is reckless suddenly becomes focused. A man who was lost suddenly finds direction. A man who used to move carelessly suddenly becomes more thoughtful about his decisions. Respect is the language most men understand best. When a man feels that from a woman, it doesn't make him weaker. It actually makes him want to be the type of man worthy of it. And that's why the most powerful women in a man's life are often not the loudest ones. They're the ones who understand how to influence a man without having to fight him for the role that he already believes that he has.
It's really, I promise you.
And this
it's really
is erect? This is erect?
Yes, yes, yes. I always tell him you were supposed to be a girl. It's no way you were supposed to be a man with that size. I told him you need to humble yourself. No one's going to take you with that little that you have. You're stingy with money. He's a good dad to his children. Outside of that, you ain't got nothing. You're 38. You live with your mom. I'm 46.
Ma'am.
Yes.
But he got you with that little, ma'am.
He got me with that little. He got me with that little.
Let you go.
Personality,
ma'am.
The person that he,
ma'am.
He did.
All it took to hook
he
you.
did.
That little.
He got no. It's no.
So
no.
Listen, ma'am.
No.
Ma'am. You can
It
say
never
what
had
you
me
want.
fucked
Listen,
up.
I've counseled thousands of women.
It never had me
And the
fucked
fact
up.
that you had to come on here and mention that man's little disability, you had to mention his disability. You liked that disability, and you put that little disability in your mouth and everything else.
I never said I didn't.
So why
See,
you fronting on
I'm
his,
gonna
so
be
why
honest
you,
with you.
But why you fronting on his disability now, though?
No.
You know, a guy was saying that a lot of men basically don't really know that a woman, you know, they're so subtle with their submission that a man doesn't know that they're controlling the household. He actually does know. That's why men are asking for a submissive woman. That's exactly why they're asking for a woman to cooperate. I have a vision. I have something that I want to do. And once again, that doesn't mean that when I say something to you, then it's, you know, just shut up and do it. That means you're listening, you're hearing what I'm saying, and if something's off, you say, I think, you know, and you give me your opinion on this. Well, I think we should do this, and this based on my experience. Then that man would go, he would iterate, or he might iterate right there in front of you and say, okay, great point. So this is what I was thinking. And y'all go back and forth till you find something that works for both of y'all. But modern women, what you guys think is he's going to make me do everything he wants to do. He's going to control me, when that's not really even what he said. He didn't even say that at all. He's asking you. He's wanting your opinion. He's thinking about something. And usually when a man thinks about something and he brings it to you, he's trying to see, well, it's in both of our best interest. You win like this, I win like that. Modern women, they really, like I said, men already know what they're looking for a lot of times, but modern women don't want to do it because they want to be seen. It's all about presentation. They want to be seen as the dominant ones and the ones in control.
8 lessons from someone who's been divorced for 8 years. Check this out.
This one might get a little spicy, okay? Things that I think now, as I have been divorced for 8 years versus what I thought when I was younger. Next to Jesus, your spouse comes first before your children. And this one's hard to keep in check, and I've been guilty of it so much in the past, but it's true. Do not give a man wifey treatment on a girlfriend budget. Ladies, listen up. I don't think a man leaves because the love is gone. I think they leave because the respect is gone. Your girlfriends and your mother do not belong in your marriage. Ladies, sex is not a reward. It's a responsibility to your spouse. That's a power and control thing, and it just kills the intimacy. Don't do it. I would like to go on a limb and say that arguing in front of your children is not necessarily the problem. Not reconciling in front of your children, to me, is more of a problem. Don't be out here in a relationship acting single on social media. You'll be single in real life. And I'm going to tell you from firsthand experience, divorce does not fix selfishness. It just relocates it. Y'all have a blessed day.
There is nothing wrong with your post-divorce hoe phase, as long as you understand who you really are. If you're someone who's more like me and can easily get emotionally attached or just like fall in love with everybody, then a hoe phase probably isn't going to work out well for you. But if you know that you can scratch that itch and just have fun and not get attached, then do your thing.
This woman literally has coach in her username, and she's giving women advice telling them basically that a phase is okay after a divorce. Listen, I will preach all day long that if y'all want to be hoes, but do not get upset at the men that want nothing to do with you because your body count is too high. The reason that men care about body count is because it's a reflection of how you treat yourself and your self-respect and your dignity. It's not just about the number. And let's be freaking for real about what actually happens is that these women get out of these so-called phases and they find somebody that they're ready to settle down with, and guess what? When he wants nothing to do with her because her body count is too high, now she's upset. There's consequences to your actions, but the problem is so many women do not want any consequences to their behavior, so when men hold them accountable, now they're the piece of But I digress. These relationship coaches are giving women the advice. What happened to just like telling women to go pick up a hobby? Why are we encouraging women to sleep around as a form of healing or moving on? Like, how can you honestly give advice for someone to basically be a but then you turn around and say that it's not for you and it's not something that you could handle, but you do it and you're a coach? Okay, bye.
Robbie was sick. Well, it's a hurricane, yeah, and it's coming down on you.
Where do I even start with this one? This is toxic at its lowest level. This couple in public, yeah? Arguing, tension, written all over them. He clearly wants space. He's walking ahead, trying to calm himself down. You can clearly see that he does not want to deal with her right now. He is begging for space, and she won't stop. She keeps poking him, she keeps pushing him, she keeps following him, she keeps wanting to engage, and she's disrespecting him publicly in front of many people. This is the worst thing you can do to a man in public, especially when he's at this state. When he pulls away, that is not the moment to go and chase him. That is the moment to back off right away. Walk next to him quietly, or walk behind him, or walk away and let him breathe and come back to you. But do not keep egging him on. Don't nag him. Don't instigate him. All you do is make him feel trapped, embarrassed, and disrespected. Not good. Men do not regulate like women. Sometimes they need some silence. Sometimes they need a little bit of distance, and sometimes they need a moment to cool down and cool off so they don't explode at you more. But she didn't give him that. She cornered him in public. No privacy, no space, no dignity at all. If your man is asking you for space, respect it. Give him that moment. That is how you keep the relationship from blowing up. And that's how you keep the respect alive. Women, don't do what this woman is doing.
We need to go back to when we didn't care about men's emotions, for real.
Well, at least they were brave enough to show their face, for what that's worth. But unfortunately, we don't live in an ideal world. Because in an ideal world, everyone would care about everyone else, to include their overall well-being as well as their mental health, regardless of their gender orientation, so on and so forth. Yet sadly, we live in this reality, which is full of very selfish individuals who lack a basic knowledge and basic understanding of what mental health actually means to a great many people. And they also have failed to take into consideration what actually happens when men suffer from poor mental health in some cases. But that would involve actually thinking things through.
Men's mental health. All of that shit.
How about no? A lot of us aren't in the habit agreeing with the most ignorant of individuals that would actually make such a statement, let alone agree with it.
Whoa, that's assault right there. Okay. The thing is that I hit too close to home for her because she knows what I was saying was spot on and she got a little, I can't take it. I guess I was wrong though. She's masculine but very emotional as well. What's your name?
Gail.
Gail. What's your name? That's a lie. I feel like you're lying to me.
No.
You have to think about it. What's your name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
I was debating giving you my fake name.
Yeah, I know. Why? Why do girls do that? Like, why do you guys like...
You might be a stalker.
I might be a stalker? You think you're important enough for me to stalk?
I don't know. I think I am. It's a blessing to be in my presence.
Do you think women... Okay, wow. This is a good segue because you just predicted my question, my next question. Do you think women have a little bit too high of egos?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You guys don't think so?
Are you like a little asking me this or what?
No, you don't think that you're like just somebody who thinks you're a little higher than you actually are?
No, I think I'm exactly what I am.
Think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think you think you're a 10.
I think you're a bitch.
But you're like a 7.
I think
you're a 10. You think you're a 10, but you're a 7.
I think you're a
And the attitude went from 7 to 4.
I don't think we should be mean to women. 7 to 4?
Yeah.
I think you're a short king and you're insecure.
You think I'm insecure?
Yeah.
I think you're projecting right now because you're mad.
I'm taller than you. I'm literally taller than you.
You're wearing boots, but I don't think being taller is a flex as a woman. Let's be honest.
All right, height to height. It's a blessing to be in my presence.
Let's see, back to back. This is why we need to move to Europe, bro, because these women got some egos.
Okay.
You got a pretty aggressive friend here. She's a little masculine.
I think masculine.
Yeah, I bet.
No, I'm whatever. You think you're actually embarrassing, and you're also you look like
that's fine. Yeah, I got that a lot actually on Omega, but just want to give you some advice. I know you're not gonna take it because your ego's high. Men don't really like masculine women.
Oh, men don't really like masculine women.
Yeah.
I can. Okay. Bro,
I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real.
Yes, I'm selfish. I got a vasectomy because I wanted to. Because guess who's not going to help me take care of the kid? A bunch of people who got an opinion about me. You're not going to help me with it. I see people with a bunch of kids, like men with a bunch of kids who don't make the money that I was making. And I'm not saying this as like a flex or a brag, but I was just looking at the economy, like how
are you surviving?
How do you take care of 5 kids by 4 women? You work in retail. I just knew that the more children I had, the more I'd have to work. And I don't want to spend the rest of my life working overtime to provide for kids because you can't enjoy life. After what I experienced in my 20s, I didn't want to go through that in my 30s and 40s.
I'm very much team vasectomy, team birth control. Sometimes you got to put yourself first. And I think that's why a lot of people are so depressed. They don't realize they're overworking
I'm glad
themselves.
you said the part about putting yourself first because I had people tell me it was a selfish thing to do. I'm like, yes, it was very selfish. It was selfish for me.
Yeah.
And we got to realize that being selfish is not a bad thing. Sometimes you have to be selfish and make the best decision for you and put what other people think aside. And kids are wonderful. If I was married to one woman, I'd probably have 4 or 5. But because I have 2 kids by 2 women, I was like, I will not in any circumstance have 3 kids by 3 women. Just something I don't want to deal with. I'm not picking up a baby from South Philly. I'm not picking up another from West Philly. And I'm not picking up another one from Chestnut Hill. It's too much. I'm not.
And you expect your husband to make $300,000 and be faithful to you.
I would hope so.
Why? Why? Because if most women want a man who can provide like that, see, that's what I don't understand with you modern women. You still want men. You want men who can provide like traditional men have, but they have to make so much more money than men of old. You know these men are extremely rare and very valuable. What are you bringing to the table from a marketplace standpoint that offsets his high value status?
That's a good question. I thought you were gonna ask me what my dick size was.
What are you bringing? Because that's the trade. He has high in. Not when you say high value, his high income status. What are you bringing from an S&B status to match his high income status?
I guess looks to a certain degree. Cooking.
Okay, how tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
Dress size?
4.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
128 pounds.
All right. For looks from a certain standpoint, but do looks increase or decrease with women as they age?
Most of the time they decrease.
Most of the time? Most of the time?
Look at Kelly Rowland, but she's an anomaly. But
remember, guys, everything's subjective or variable or very extreme. Remember? Subjective and variable or very extreme.
I really think that Sarah is right. There is a woman talking about, after you get divorced, it's okay for you to basically find every man in the city and hop on him, hop on top of him. Oh, it's okay for you to do it. Why would you do that? Why? I can understand that you want to, I'm free. I want to go wild. I want to do this, and this. But once you come down off of that, and this is what men are saying, once you come down off of all of that high that you feeling, and I just want to get all of this out, and I just want to go find this dude and that dude, and I want to do this. Once you come down off of that, you're going to want a man to take care of you. You're going to want a man to protect and provide. You're going to want a man to take you seriously, but you haven't really been doing anything to be taken seriously. You've been out there messing around. You're not faithful. You're not loyal. Men don't know where you stand, and men are going to be like, man, I'm not interested in that. I can tell you right now, I'm not interested in that. And y'all will be mad at a man, and y'all call a man insecure, but it'll be really you, honestly and truly, that messed up your chances of finding another man.